Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
ready.
We got
Yes,
everybody here, so let's do it.
yes, yes.
Okay, guys, we are live. Okay, I'm going to get straight into the intros first because we got a lot going to talk about what's going on PlayStation and before and address something else prior to that. But go ahead and introduce yourself. Go ahead, Ace.
Yeah, I'm Ace. You can find me. Wait a second. Huh?
Hello.
Oh shit. Sorry, I opened.
What?
Yeah. Uh,
And big
what the
Phil.
hell? Wait a second.
Wait, you
For
know what?
some reason, I'm having an echo. 1 second.
I have an echo. It sounds like somebody's arguing in the back.
No, 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 no. I was having your stream on to front.
No, I hear somebody with kids or something in the
Yeah, I
background.
hear kids.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
that's my folks over there, over here.
Oh,
That's
okay.
probably what it is.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, I told them to be quiet before the stream started, but them kids, I meant to put on my Michael Myers mask and scare them.
yeah. What you could do is just pop in and out when you want to jump in. You know what I'm saying? But let's get started. So, Ace, you have the echo. So, Ness, why don't you go ahead while we're waiting for Ace.
Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Nesta Game, and giving you guys quality and quantity. And I'm here to talk about this bull crap that's going on with Sony and them being charitable now.
Okay.
Wait.
Cyber Dragon, go ahead.
Hello, hello. Cyber Dragon
Oh,
here. Shout out to the chat, mods, and our current panel.
Okay. You ready, Ace?
yeah. Sorry, my bad. I had a stream for you opened way
Okay.
long time ago. Yeah, I'm Ace. You can find me at Saraba_Shahab on Twitter. Let's have fun.
Okay, and everybody, y'all know who I am. I'm the Titanfall princess, and somebody going here tonight, and Sony, we're gonna get to you when I'm done. We're gonna get to your ass. But anyway, like I said, uh, before I do the PlayStation thing, I have to address something, and I'm going to tell you right now. Just guys, I may go on a rant. If you want to jump in, you can. But sometimes when I go on my little rant, you got to catch me afterwards because I get crazy. Okay, but I'm going to make one thing clear, and I hope it comes out crystal fucking clear to people. Okay, because I don't have time for this nonsense. All right, I don't. With all the shit coming to my timeline, I don't. Okay, because I see right now there's a lot of jealousy for the people in my circle. And I don't care what you think, fuck yourself. But anyway, I see right now that the people in my circle, like Thrash, like Nesta Gamer, like Sickhumor, like World Fresh, and pretty much the whole round table, okay? Let's just keep it 100, all right? Because there are a lot of these non-gamers in YouTube community that have been watching Sickhumor and Thrash for months and months. And they see how many viewers they pull in, okay? They see that they create a platform where you actually need to think, okay? You can't just come there and bullshit, okay? And that shit burns y'all up. It does. It burns y'all up. Just like you can't even get what I say even, okay? But I'm going to talk about some of my homies right now, all right? It represents a threat to y'all. Okay, it really fucking does, because so many of these lame ass podcasters out there want to run channels that cover gaming news, but they don't know shit. They don't play games, and have people watch them that don't even know how to apply critical thinking. That's what's crazy. They got deadheads watching their shit. Okay, they don't challenge what these people say when they watch them. They make gaming channels look bad in general for people like us on this podcast and some of the other people I named. Okay, they make but also get some shit, but they all always got some shit to say about Thrash, Sickhumor, me, and a couple other people. Okay, they always get some shit that they bit off of Trash or Sickhumor. Okay, they always do that. Okay, they hate the fact that this side of the community is doing better for themselves without kissing ass. We don't have to kiss ass over here. We don't. Okay, we don't have to jump on 20 million goddamn podcasts. We don't have to do that. We don't have to beg for people to come on our podcast. We don't have to do that. And they hate it. Or getting, or getting, we don't have to kiss ass. And like I just said, we don't have to get on podcasts with people that we don't even like, which these people do. They get on podcasts with people they don't like. We don't have to do that. We don't like your ass. We ain't going. And I'm sure the whole panel will agree with that. We don't like your ass. We ain't going.
And that's the bottom line.
Ain't nothing you can say to change our minds. All right. So anyway, I told Sickhumor about, I'd say 3 or 4 months ago, that he would get over 500 viewers by the end of this year. I also told him, watch the people that don't give him the time of day, because all of a sudden we'll want some favors from you. They didn't give a fuck about him before, but now he's getting up there. Oh, they want favors. Okay. They're going to start trying to get him on other podcasts or put the spotlight on him. I just saw that recently. So I tried to get him on a podcast. All right.
Mm-hmm.
When the truth is, he kept it 100 since day one. And he always will. That's the people that you see on my podcast or that I talk to and associate with. I fuck with these homies for one reason. They keep it 100 like I do. They don't need to lie and make up fake shit. They come with the facts, unlike these other people. Okay? Now, it was me, Sig, and Fatal kept it 100 when we did a podcast back when he only had a handful of viewers. So fuck all you Johnny come latelys, motherfuckers. Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all. All right? You weren't there then? Don't try to act like you're buddy with him now and then talk shit on my timeline behind his back. That ain't gonna happen. I'm gonna call your asses out. I have no problems with that. All right? Y'all know me. And I keep telling you, if you don't want to hear it, don't come to my motherfucking timeline. Don't do it. Because I'm going to come at you all the time and call you out. Okay? And all I'm going to say is, fuck all these people talking shit about Sickhumor and saying that they don't have a problem with the homie. Okay, well, if you don't have a problem, but keep bringing up his name to make a point, what is that? And then they say, I have beef with King Trash, but be out there making references and copying his shit. You say you don't have a problem, but you use him as an example with some negative shit. Both of them. You're coming to my timeline with this shit. You need to knock that shit off because I'm not taking it. I'm gonna tell y'all, go fuck yourselves. Seriously. Y'all got all this shit to say about Sick, but don't have the same energy. Okay, when it comes to these so-called neutral gamers, these Xbox fucking fanboys, y'all try to be neutral gamers, but still get mad enough to defend Xbox and throw shade on the people bringing out the facts in the community. Okay, we bring out facts. Y'all motherfuckers be exposing yourselves, but want us to be quiet about the shit. No, we don't shut our mouths. This is our community, and we ain't gonna let y'all fuck it up. We ain't gonna keep quiet. Okay? Now, like I said, it's not happening here, okay? And not with me. I'm gonna say that this so y'all understand. If you got a problem with any other squad, okay, and let me know about it on my timeline and think we're still gonna be cool, especially people that were supposedly cool with me, not happening. You're done. Don't bother coming if you're unsub. I don't want nothing. I don't need your sub. I don't need your view. I don't need it. You're not going to mess with the squad. That's all I'm going to say. Okay? Now, and it's not happening because, it's not happening for one reason. Because I've been figured out the YouTube game with y'all. And the Twitter shit with y'all. I have. Y'all form these fake ass friendships and podcasts and really just worry about views. Okay. Y'all don't worry. You all don't worry about content, keeping shit 100. You don't worry about that. Y'all can't actually say shit about this side of the community because we have proven that we are not just about talk. We're not. Okay. Now, with that being said, okay, I think I did my rant enough. I think my panel knows exactly how I feel and what I'm talking about. So I'm going to open it up to them and see what their thoughts are about this bullshit and coming to people's timelines and these fake ass people talking about real people and not calling out the assholes that are out there. Who want to go first? Who want to go first? Anybody there?
Fine, I will go.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, so my biggest issue is with these fake ass people who call themselves PlayStation gamers, yet they are now shitting on Sick and other people who are speaking out against PlayStation. Because these are the same people who beforehand were shitting on Xbox for their own fuck up and how Xbox fanboys are okay with Xbox is doing. You can't have it both ways. You're either fully behind what's happening or you disagree fully behind it. You can't be like, say, hey, let's play the waiting game. There is no waiting game anymore because we have seen what have been happening way before. And my problem is Sick is correct because Sick have, despite the fact him having owning a big ass PC, he still chooses to play on PlayStation. Why? Because of the exclusivity, because of the quality of the game. And when you see that it slowly but surely is going to be taken away from him, not because it's going to be on another platform, but because the quality of the game is going to be diminished once it goes to a different platform. Because you're going to need to develop for two different platforms or more. What will happen then? Let's, for example, if Spider-Man, if Spider-Man goes multi-plat, there will be no more free DLC, free this, free that. It's going to be behind microtransaction and loot boxes. That's how developers make their money back. That's why we are speaking out against what's happening with Sony. I need to remind all of
Okay,
you?
wait, Ace. We
Yeah,
didn't talk about Sony yet. That's
yeah,
next
but
topic.
okay, but still, it's kind of a little bit okay. But in the end, I really understand sick anger, and if you're fraud, then you're going to be get blocked and deleted. That's about it.
Okay. Well, for
I got
my
before
right.
you go, Cyber. I got one question to ask y'all because somebody told me because of me associating with Sick that he's influencing me. I've changed. I'm the same crazy ass bitch gamer, Irish girl bitch gamer that I always was. It had nothing to do with Sick. And then over there tell me, oh, you changed, you did this, you did that. Sick knows how crazy I am. I didn't change shit. They can go back to 3 or 4 years ago and you'll see the same shit that I do now. I did then. So don't tell me I changed up. I tried to be nice to people and tone down the cussing a little bit, but they don't seem to want that. And they say because I'm just being more professional, trying to be a little more courteous to people or whatever, presented in a different way, that I changed. Now, for you guys who know me on the panel, and for how long you've known me, have I changed at all?
No.
No,
Still
you
the
never
same.
change.
Not
You
making
call
it.
it out
What up,
there.
Miss y'all?
Okay. Well, the subject we were talking about. Let Cyber go first, and then I'll get back to you on that.
All right.
It's going to be about the podcasters and picking on people in our community that we keep it 100.
Oh yeah.
So,
All right.
all right. So go ahead, Cyber.
Okay, so I've been observing a lot over the past couple of days, especially in these Twitter streets. There are those who are They don't understand what's going on. They just assume that somebody's speaking out against Sony. But you have to speak out against Sony on this. Whether they're handcuffed or not, you still have to speak out against them to let them know that we're aware of what they did. We're aware of what they're doing. And they should be aware of what we don't want, which is why all this is happening. Now, we don't want our exclusives going elsewhere, especially the first party. Now, I understand the ramifications that come behind behind that game. And, contracts in place, contracts run out, contracts get renewed. There are times when during a renewal process, just like when you do a new lease on your apartment, there's some changes. There's an increase in pay, increase in funds, or time limit, for example. So either you jump on the bus and continue to rake in the dough, or somebody else will. I understand the fact that they had to jump on the bus, so that I understand. But at the same time, they should be aware now that there are those in the PlayStation community that don't like this, and they expect them not to allow this to happen to other games. Because based on what happened with that game, there's a couple other games that are really not locked down to the PlayStation. So far as those games, Sony should be right now getting stuff in place so that the same thing doesn't happen again. Make the chess move correctly, put the opposition in check. Always put them in check. Never let them make you. So that's what transpired on Twitter. Several speaking out against what was said, saying somebody's too emotional, or why are you talking against Sony or this and that? Well, what's been happening is what should have been happening in the other fan bases. Fans should be speaking out against stuff that Nintendo's doing, but they're not saying nothing. I mean, please. We all know about the Xbox community still not speaking out against Xbox or anything. They're just settling over there. So what was shown, the PlayStation gamers don't settle. We want the best. We want to keep the best, and want the best to keep coming to us. And yeah, that's all I have. Next.
All right. Well, let me step in real quick. I want to talk to these PC dudes on top of that. Again, I'm going at you guys' neck again because it seemed like you guys, you just sit, you fake neutral. You're fake neutral. You can't sit up there and sit up there and expect for us to not to voice our opinion about something, and then y'all sit back on the sidelines while y'all port begging, y'all up there not supporting the ecosystem and stuff and all of that. I have a huge problem with that. When we speak out on things like what y'all do when it came to like to Epic and all of that, y'all always looked at as clowns and stuff and all that. And so when we do the same thing, y'all look at us for us being clowns, this, that, and the third stuff and all that. Quit being the doggone hypocrite. That's number one. And number two, you can spend a whole bunch of all this doggone money on these rigs and stuff and all that, be wishful thinking and stuff and all that, or buy 3 different doggone Xbox and stuff and all that. And now that there's potentially a chance that these PlayStation games, which I really hope it don't, come to the other systems. Now y'all up there happy. Now y'all MLB fans. Now y'all Yakuza fans. Y'all fans for all these doggone things that y'all hated that was on Sony. But now that Sony is opening the floodgates, or allegedly opening the floodgates for y'all to enjoy the goods that we have, and now y'all so-called fans of these games and stuff. Now I don't rock with that. I don't like that. That's what I got to say about the matter as far as that right now. Too many hypocrites.
Okay. The other thing I mentioned before you got in here, and I wanted your opinion because you've known me. They were saying these jackasses that were talking about, the squad on this side, and saying shit. They were saying that one of the people that used to follow me or followed me or whatever, and sub me whatever. I told him he's off the wall. He turned around and said that that after since associating with Sick, I've changed. I'm still the same old crazy ass gamer and bitch I always was when I got on YouTube. Do you see a change in me, Ness?
No, you always been the same to me. It's just that people, they just hating, and they just hate to see, who you on rock with and stuff and all that. They got a problem with that and stuff and all of that. It becomes a personal problem instead of not not letting it become a big deal. I'm like, if you it's that childish mentality that you have like when you're elementary school. It's like you're like, no, you can't hang out, you can't be cool with this person or whatnot, and voice their opinions. I'm just like, it's that high mentality that they have. I'm like, it's that high school stuff. I don't like that junk.
Yeah, neither do I. But they come to my timeline and they're saying shit. And they say, well, I have no problem with Sick or I have no problem with Thrash. But then they always reference their name in something. I said, well, if you don't have a problem, why are you referencing their name all the time? And I said, I don't want to associate with people that are gonna down people for no reason or because you're jealous or just
Right, and
hateful.
that's what it is.
So
They
I said,
get they
yeah. So
Did they give you any reason in what way you changed, or they just talking out their ass?
no, they were
I
saying I
know
was.
they are.
Yeah, I
They
seen
said
it. I was on it. I spoke on it.
they said something about I was being influenced and all. Well, how am I being influenced? I
That
mean, they
and
don't even they won't even tell me.
because they don't know themselves. They feel they stay in
You
their
know what
field.
I think?
They think
Sorry for
well, they think
interrupt.
their field is no logic.
Yeah.
Do you know what I think? I think, and this is just me speculating what's happening. I think most people were taking this console war in the sense of fun thing to shit on each other and so on. But when shit gets seriously, they back down because they don't want to look as if they are clowns. Because look at them, they are taking console war seriously. Despite the fact, it's because we take console war seriously, we prevent corporations from fucking us over. If we're not careful, look what will happen. We already see what Sony did with following Microsoft with pay for online. So the writing is on the wall if we're not careful, and they don't want to be part of that. They wanna stay on the line and laugh at us defending what's happening, not defending, but rather speaking out against what's happening.
Okay. Well, let's move on to the next topic. Um, I'm going to start off this by saying that I do not want PlayStation going down the same motherfucking path that Xbox did. I don't. Okay. I don't need PlayStation to expand their fan base at the expense of dumbing down their own brand. Okay. I don't. Now, see, we um we have all these so-called neutral gamers, Xbox fanboys out there who say things um who see little things happen, okay, and tell everybody to calm down because their own platform hasn't done shit for them. Because their own platform forgot that as a company and as a developer, you should create the demand for consumers. Okay? The response of a consumer, the response of a consumer then creates opportunity for the developer to cater to your demands. That's just business. Okay. Here's an example. You ain't going to see McDonald's suddenly putting their Big Macs at Burger King just because people like to go to Burger King want a Big Mac. It ain't gonna happen. Okay. So why is gaming considered any different? Why? It's just like food stores. They're different. Car companies. They're different. Okay, they're not gonna, you're not gonna go to a car dealership that sells Fords and get a Nissan at it. It ain't gonna happen. Okay, it's the same difference. Okay, someone gave me, really, someone give me one good reason why a developer or company would release exclusive games for their own platform that anybody is free to buy, free to play, but they put their exclusive content everywhere just because these people out there aren't willing to buy their product. It makes no fucking sense. It doesn't. Okay? And with this shit that came out about MLB, the show turning into a multi-plat soon, we have Xbox fanboys with sudden interest in the game. Sudden interest all of a sudden. Now, I will keep it 100. I have a few MLB The Show baseball games. In my opinion, the best baseball game you can buy. Okay, even though I don't play it all the time. Okay, here's the problem with it becoming a multiplayer. It's 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 all the little moves that add up. It adds up. One little move, then another little move, another little move. Okay, it's when Sony said, it's just like when Sony said, no to crossplay, but finally gave in to doing crossplay. To them now putting select games elsewhere. And of course, the people that don't give a fuck about PlayStation, the people that didn't actually grow up on PlayStation, the people that didn't own a PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 2 or PlayStation 3 and some, in many cases a PlayStation 4. These are the people that are saying to us that are pissed off, calm down. I'll just calm down. No, I ain't calming down. Okay, I'm not. Okay? And then they'll go, oh, it's not that serious. The fuck if it ain't for my platform. Yes, it is. We don't want another Microsoft on our hands. Hell motherfucking no. Okay? You know what? You know what is serious? When it becomes a fucking habit. When you do one thing and you do another, you do all the little pieces add up, it becomes a fucking habit. That's when it's a goddamn problem. It's not just one, but when it becomes a habit, there's your problem. Okay? And yes, I'm talking up against Sony people, so listen good, because you all say I never do that. Well, listen hard, because I'm a little pissed off about this shit. In a bad couple days, and I'm gonna take it out on everybody out there. Okay, we are in the gaming generation where these goofy ass Xbox fanboys out there are telling passionate gamers to stop being passionate about what they enjoy. Who the fuck do you think you are? For one, a generation where non-gamers are telling the gamers, just relax. You fucking relax. Go take an X-Lax and go relax on the toilet or something. I don't know. Sorry. I know about three gamers, okay, on Twitter who are no longer here right now, okay, that was looking forward to games like God of War and The Last of Us 2, but they're no longer here. They're no longer with us, okay? I don't tell Xbox fanboys, what to like. I don't. Because they don't like shit anyway, unless it's a multi-plat, and then they don't even play those half the time. Because I don't give a shit what they do. I really don't, okay? But it's obvious you all don't want a quality experience. It's obvious you all don't want the value of product identity, which they probably don't even know what that means, but I'm not going to spell it out for you dumbass lame brain motherfuckers. Go look it up in a dictionary, okay? It's obvious you all let Phil Spencer tell you, all how to feel, what to do, what to like, what to support, okay? When to shit, when to eat, when to fart, when to sleep, when to work, when to suck dick, when to take it in the ass, whatever, okay? To me, that's what it is. Y'all don't call him out when he fucks y'all over for establishing for establishing a platform to enjoy. What? You didn't do shit. You can't. You can't enjoy that shit. Okay, it's a paperweight now, or as somebody said, a heater for the house. Okay, let it be known that the Xbox community has run to 3 or 4. Was it 3 or 4 different consoles with different gimmicks this generation? I think it was 3 or 4. It could be more, but I think it's 3 or 4. Just this generation with all gimmicks. And the selling points for you all was the features, not the fucking games at all. If you got a console, it's for gaming, not for fucking other features. Okay? So when y'all come to my timeline and tell me I'm overreacting, or come to my timeline and say that, I'm on some fuck shit, we can't even talk. Okay? We can't. because we don't speak the same fucking language. Okay, you want to you want Princess to come back hard? Well, Princess is back hard. All right, you got it now. Okay, I can't even spell out to the Xbox fanboys why it makes no sense to damage control shit that Xbox does. Okay, I can't, and I refuse to. Now back. Let me get back to Sony. Okay, the winner of 3 generations of gaming. If Sony got people like Jim Ryan who forgot, what it means to be the leader of a console generation, then he needs to get the fuck out of Sony's headquarters. Period. Okay, I can tell by just looking at Jim Ryan's face that he has that corporate smile for corporate people. He does a corporate plan for gaming. When all PlayStation needs to do is to stick with the same simple freaking plan that they had with the PS2 and the PS4. Bring the games. It's that simple. Gaming console, video games. That's it. Okay? I'm almost finished my rant. I'll let you guys go because I know you guys got a lot to say. I saw a few weeks ago that gaming is starting. No, I didn't saw it. Listen to me. I can't even. I'm getting so mad I can't even talk straight. I said a few weeks ago that gaming is starting to get into this shift of change where you have the companies worrying about features. Now what would make me happy with the PS5? I'll tell you right now that is what PS5 what PS4 did this generation, but better. I want what PS4 did this generation, but better. And keep bringing the games. I want the games. I'm a gamer. It's a gaming console. I need games. Okay, not multi-platform. I want exclusives. I want a unique experience. Okay, I'm telling you, next gen will be about games versus features. We already see that with the Xbox bragging about the power of the Scarlet, with Stadia talking about how to play games and bragging about the features. PlayStation has never had to brag about features to get us hyped. Never. Okay? And I don't want that bullshit to start. Okay? They never had to sell us gimmicks. They came with the games we wanted. The Last of Us, Resistance, Fall of Man, God of War, SOCOM, all the classics. They gave them to us, and they knew by giving the games, they get the consumer. It's that simple. But here's what bugs me, okay? I'm slowly seeing Sony care about shit we actually don't care about. We as gamers don't care about, okay? The people that don't know what they're talking about, you get mad about crossplay. Didn't Sony reach out for the crossplay before? They did. And they were told what? No. Okay? They're mad about exclusives. What happened, what happened to gaming, the last time there was no such thing as exclusives? Okay? I'll tell you what happened. We had the gaming crash. Why? Here's why. Because every console had the same game, and everybody was making consoles with the only difference being the price in the consoles. That was the only difference. Now, let's just keep 100. Here's something for y'all to think about. If Nintendo or Xbox were leading a console generation, I choke when I have to say that, but it's an example, okay? Nobody would have these types of outrages. Nobody would. None of these neutral gamers out there would say, oh, it's a win-win that everybody gets to play Halo now. They wouldn't be saying that. Or another thing they would say, it's best for the consumer now that everybody gets to play Gears of War. Main reason because nobody wants these games anyway. Imagine how stupid. Here's another thing. Imagine how stupid it would be if Nintendo put Mario on every console. Okay, even though the reason Mario was created in the first place was to be the mascot for Nintendo, a flagship, title for Nintendo. Okay, you guys get my point. You can't do this. You can't do this shit. So I've had enough because right now I'm getting a headache. All right. I'm gonna open up to the panel. You guys, but before I open up to the panel, I'll tell you, don't say that this side, okay, up in this squad, okay, and the squad that I hang with, do not keep it 100, and we do, and we don't like what Sony does. We actually go after Sony like we're doing now, like Sick did. Okay. Panel, give me 1 second. Let me see who's in the chat real quick because I forgot to shout them out. I'm so sorry, chat. I got so crazy. I didn't mean to forget about y'all. Please. The JK guy, what's up? Snow Bunny, what's up? Andrew Winklins, what's up? Nitro Express, what's up? Support Gaming, Ross Silly, Dragon, Kevin Mack, King Thrash, Jamal Adams, Stardust, Harry, Fist of Rage, Andre, Impatient Fire, Legendary, and Craig Harris. Welcome, y'all. I'm sorry. You know, when I get on a tirade, I didn't forget y'all. I was getting to you, but you know, when I get crazy, I get crazy. You know, I've been this way since I started. I can't change, even though I'm being told I'm influenced, but that's besides the point. But I'm going to open up to the panel. Okay. So who wants to go first after Nintendo? And don't all speak up one time, though.
Okay, fine. I'll go first again. Okay, go ahead. I already went first, so go ahead.
Go ahead, Ness.
All right, I guess I'll go. Yeah, they was up there trying to do my dog down, down bad and stuff and all that, do my dude dirty because they're speaking about PlayStation stuff and all of that because we see the writing on the wall and we need people to speak about it. If we don't, then we're gonna wind up just like you're saying with the gaming crash and everything like that. And we need these exclusives to make competition. And if we're not gonna have competition and it's gonna be this kumbaya stuff and all of that, then we can kiss gaming goodbye and stuff and all. The quality is gonna drop. You're not going to see these polished games and stuff and all of that. It's just gonna bring down the overall quality as far as gaming as a whole. And the only one that's going to have any quality will be Nintendo if Sony does follow what Microsoft does. And I don't think that we should, because that's going to ruin my experience that I grew up as far as gaming when I was a kid. Where exclusives mattered, and it's just going to be detrimental to my gaming as far as my crew, Titanfall Princess, Sick, Cyber Dragon, everybody, and we're not going to stand for it because we grew up with Sony. We definitely don't want them to turn a different way and stuff and all that, and make it seem like it's always about these corporations when they actually work for us. Oh crap! I'm playing the game too, so if I'm aloof, it's because of that. But yeah, that's my 2 cents as far as that right now. I just don't like the way gaming is headed, especially for Sony.
Well, you know what? You just prove that you're a true gamer because we all do that when we're doing it. Except when I go on a rant, I can't play a game because I don't want to fuck up what I'm playing. So I'll do my rant first and then finish playing. But see, I hang out with people who truly are gamers because, one, we keep it 100, okay? And two, we game when we podcast. All right, so there you go. All right.
Okay.
So who wants to go next?
Go ahead, Ace.
Okay. So yeah, I'm guilty. I'm playing Death Stranding right now, just farming and getting the cargo and so on. Yeah. Okay. So my big and for people who don't know me, I'm relatively new to this podcasting. The reason why I chose to become a podcaster because I was with Sony. I've been with Sony from the PlayStation 1 era. Like, I've been a gamer since I was a little kid. And when I saw what happened with Sony during the PlayStation 3 era, how they started following Microsoft and introduced the PlayStation Plus, and then later made it mandatory. If you want to play on PlayStation 4 and want to play online, you need to pay for online. I hated that thing because it's from my pocket that the money is going from. No one else is paying for my subscription. I'm the one doing it. And I should not be paying for something I already pay for to be able to use. So I don't need to pay 2 times for online. And that's legit on Sony fault for following Microsoft. So that's why I started speaking up because I'm seeing the same writing on the wall. But with this one, it's coming way bigger right now. It feels, and panel might disagree with me on this, but for me, it feels like we're ushering an exclusive left era. And I've seen Sony losing exclusives right, left, and right, mostly third parties, and now for the first time, first party exclusive. So, and that's the biggest problem. It's not like Nintendo is also losing exclusive. No, Nintendo does what the hell Nintendo does, and they get away with it. Nintendo gets away with murder for the factual speaking. Like, look at Super Mario Maker 2 internet connection. That shit is running at 1 and 2 FPS, and they don't care. And the people who buy their games, they don't care. No one complains, and Nintendo gets away with that. But but if any game from Sony had the same issue that Nintendo has, they would be booed out of the building. And that's the disconnect between people who are legit gamers and people who are frauds that just take this as a hobby, as not something that they enjoy for real. They just do it for the sake of doing it. And yeah, I really hope that Sony is not going to is not going to put their uh, exclusives elsewhere, or else we might expect a new crash in the gaming industry. And to be honest, I actually welcome a new crash because if things are that fucked up to the point where that generation is not going to be about the future but rather future, then let the crash happen.
But that'll be fucking sad. You know what I'm saying?
It's sad.
I don't want to see a crash happen. That's the thing. I don't want to see a crash happen.
But
But
we not us, but the gamers, the casual gamers brought this on themselves. The casual gamers did not pick up when microtransaction was introduced and loot boxes were introduced. The casual gamers are now not picking up against what Sony is doing. So what can we do? If we don't want a crash, I don't want a crash. I really don't want, but I hate this gaming industry. I really do. Because I see how people treat Sony uh, different just because we have the biggest exclusive. Sony have cloned the entire industry. They showed the entire industry. You don't need loot boxes. You don't need microtransactions. You don't need anything to make an amazing game. All you need to look at Horizon Zero Dawn and Spider-Man and God of War. In every second, they could have easily added microtransaction and loot boxes. Any other company would have done so, but not Sony. And that's why I rough with Sony. And I will not let the other panel speak.
well, before you go, Cyber, my thing is that like I said prior to this, when I was doing my rant, if 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 Xbox was on top, okay, you wouldn't hear these people saying anything they're saying. They wouldn't want crossplay. They wouldn't want multiplats. They'd want exclusives. Okay, that's what they would want. But because they're not on top, and Sony's leading the industry, they want it. But if the tides turned and Sony was on the bottom, you wouldn't hear none of these motherfuckers out there saying shit. Nothing. Except, oh, Sony sucks. Sony sucks. That's all you hear them say, which they're saying now. But they wouldn't be asking for any. They wouldn't be asking for no God of War. They wouldn't be asking for any exclusive that Sony has. They wouldn't if they were on top. That's the problem right there. That's why I'm glad that it may be a small group of us, but we're speaking out like we did in the past with PS3. We spoke up. Sony fixed with the PS4. They made a fix. All right, so there we go. But anyway, go ahead, Cyber Dragon. Give us your 100 cents on this. Give you 100 cents on this.
I got you. Well, 2019 spring, MLB The Show 2020 dropped. Those who enjoy baseball bought the game and whatnot. I don't know how many copies were sold, so I don't have that number. But then about 2 months ago, it became a PS Plus free game. That was our first hint that something was coming. You know, it was for that game that soon to go to PS Plus. It's the first time that's happened with a baseball game on the console. Because I can't think of any other year that MLB The Show went to PlayStation Plus. So it's been stated that in the year 2021 is when it's going to be going to other consoles and platforms. So you're talking about PC, Switch, and Xbox. So based on that year, so MLB The Show 2022 will be the game dropping that year in 2021, 2 years from now.
Right.
So there's a transition that has to happen. Between now and then, the studio's doing the game, so they're making the game for 4 platforms. That's a huge undertaking to try and do. So that means
something gonna get messed up.
Something gonna get messed up.
That's it.
Microtransactions, right? Loot boxes and microtransactions.
Yeah, the way it's happened with FIFA and NBA 2K and Madden, all that same stuff that's happening over there on those sports games, are going to be transitioned into an MLB The Show. And to make that game for 4 platforms, cutback's going to happen. I don't know if it's graphically or egregious microtransactions and loot boxes. We won't know until it happens. But this will be the first, again, that was exclusive on the console, going to a different format for everybody to play this game. So we see the transition of this game. So everybody should watch this closely, when the game drops and what happened to the game compared to this year's game. So that means that next year's game, 2020, which will be 2021 MLB The Show, that's where you probably start seeing changes when that game drops next spring, before the game drops for all platforms in 2021. So those are things to be aware of going forward. Sony has already stated that they want to put some of their multiplayer stuff elsewhere. Now, that's been stated a while back. And we have 2 examples. That new Predator game, Hunting Grounds, that drops next year. Expect that to go elsewhere. It's going to hit other consoles and probably PC. It's going to hit PlayStation first, and most likely go elsewhere because it's a multi-platform game. Now, this brings us to The Last of Us 2. As you know, it will not drop with the multiplayer. Multiplayer is a separate entity that they build in separately. Well, expect that to go elsewhere as well. You think the storm right now with MLB The Show, whether the storm hits when that drops and where that goes? Because they already said it. They send in games, multiplayer type games, to all platforms. It's all about, diversifying yourself to bring in more income. But hopefully, this is not at the sacrifice of the fan base. And the fan base should speak up, should shout out to the hills, shout out to the moon, and you'll see what happens. Now, there's another media thing that came out. I think Jim Ryan has stated about strongly focusing on first-party studio games. So basically, they're letting us know that, yes, first-party, we are not going to send them elsewhere. Because if they do, that's the nail in their coffin for Sony. I got a huge backlog, so I'm covered. So I only have to get the PS5 if it comes to that. And then Contracts. Now the contract they had with MLB The Show. I've been hearing bits and pieces from some YouTubers. I think Thrash and Craig about what was in place, what is in place, what's going to be in place. But seeing what happened there with that contract with MLB, you have to think about what happens with Marvel and Spider-Man. Sony owns the movie rights, but as far as making the game, I know a new contract's been reached with Disney and Marvel and Sony. So maybe that contract right there can hold up for either however long it's set for, either 3 to 5 years. So you might not have to worry about Spider-Man leaving to go elsewhere, unless there's a loophole in the contracts that were signed that allowed them, Marvel, to do what MLB did. Step forward and say, well, you want to put Spider-Man everywhere. So if that's not in place in the contract, Spider-Man might be safe to at least half of next gen from going anywhere else. And then you also think about Gran Turismo. Similar situation. If they decide to, car companies might want their cars everywhere. Not just on the PS4 in Gran Turismo. They have Forza, you have Need for Speed, things of that nature. These are all things that they're tangible. Things can happen. It can change like the wind. And us as gamers, we got to be prepared for this. Speaking with your wallet, speaking with your voice, supporting those who are speaking up, and yes, just waking up and just saying, hey, I'm not liking this. I'm not getting the console. Show me you want me to get your console. I'm done.
That's true. The one thing I'm going to tell you is that at least the people you reference that you listen to for information are people who will bring you facts. They'll bring you facts. They'll show you proof. You mentioned Thrash and Craig. They know what they're talking about. Okay.
Mhm.
I'm a little sad you didn't mention me, but I didn't talk about that. So I it's whatever. I'm only messing with you. I'm only messing with you, Cyber. But no, but I could tell by talking to all y'all tonight that you know if you're going to listen on a topic that you're unsure of, you go to the right sources. You don't pick just any YouTuber talking out their ass, and that's what I like. That's what I like. That's why I have people like this on my panel that come. Because they know what they're talking about. They ain't gonna put up with no bullshit. All right. They ain't here for no bullshit. They're not. All right. They're here to game. This is our passion. This is our pastime. This is our hobby that we love, that we've been doing since we were kids. And we don't want nothing to happen with it. And once again, I'm gonna say for all you people that told me that, oh, I don't hear you guys talking about Sony. Well, now that we are. Okay, we have done it in the past, but now that we are, oh, y'all hating on us. Oh, you changed up. Oh, I'm mad at Sick. Oh, I'm mad at Thrash. Oh, Pinch has changed. She's being influenced by people. Oh,
Well,
my
we
God.
whining, we crying, we whining.
Exactly. Yeah, go for it. But you get what I'm saying.
That's what it's like. It's like we crying and we whining and stuff and all this because we want quality games. We wanted to keep it. We invest into the ecosystem simply for the exclusives and whatever comes with it. We do buy a PlayStation 4 for it to for the games to go to the systems and stuff and all of that. It defeats the whole purpose. That's an oxymoron. That's counterintuitive. That's counterproductive. You just can't sit up there and expect for us to buy something. We can't buy your system now just because of track record. Now you gotta now give us our exclusive stuff and all that. You gotta give us something to want your system. You gotta give us that incentive to show that there is value in that platform. And if you're not going to do that, then do it moving. Because that's why I'm at now with Sony.
Yeah, see, you just hit the nail on the head. Because if you're going to be doing this shit slowly, first of all, you're doing this shit at the wrong motherfucking time. The PS5 is about to come out. And you think people are going to want to buy that unless you do something for the consumer? They're going to say, oh, fuck that. I ain't buying it. Because what, they're going to go like Microsoft and I'm going to buy something and I'm just going to have like a media box and streaming things. Everything's going everywhere. Why would I pay the money for it? Fuck it. They're not going to do it. So you hit the nail right on the head when you said they're not. And I was thinking of that, but you beat me to it. They're not going to do it. See how great minds think alike? Because we keep it 100, people. We know what we're talking about when it comes to gaming. We know.
Did you see how?
I don't mean to cut y'all, Karab, but let me say this.
No problem.
Quick. To this one idiot that I had that argued with all day on Twitter the other day, talking about that Sony doesn't get any kind of hate. I'm like, where have you been this whole generation saying that Sony gets zero hate or hardly any hate? I'm like, they've been getting it on some BS hate and all of that. It's still hate. I'm like, I don't know what your definition of hate is, but whether it's legit or not, it's still hate, Chief.
Yeah, get them.
Talking about some unquantifiable measured stuff and all. It's still subjective, still opinion, and your opinion was stupid and wasn't called for.
Get them. You know what? You know what?
That's all I gotta say about the coward.
Well, no, the opinion is not only uncalled for and stupid, but he's an idiot for saying it. He doesn't realize what he did to himself. He made himself look like a jackass, and he took an L for that shit because people are like, that made no sense.
We can use some big words. I'm like I don't know what the word mean. I'm like, it still doesn't change the truth. It doesn't change facts.
He probably, you know, he probably did. He probably got a thesaurus and knew what the small word was and tried to and found a big one to put it in there to match it up. It's probably what he did because he probably doesn't even know what the word fucking meant until he looked at it in the thesaurus.
Exactly. But he was just a retard. I was just like, you probably have seen on my timeline when I retweeted, I was like, retard alert.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was him. That was him. The one who kept on saying, he kept on talking tough, but then he kept on saying, oh, leave me alone, leave me alone. I'm like, well, you brought it on yourself. I'm like, I don't back down.
Do you know what this feels to me? It feels, do you know how people say every game is the same? We want something new? And
but
then,
Ace, you just hit a point. You had me laughing because every game ain't the same. Sony's bringing us so much new experience.
No, I'm not talking about Sony. I'm talking about every Call of Duty is the same, every Modern Warfare, every FIFA is the same. In that sense, they want something new and fresh. So Kojima went ahead and made an amazing game that is unique, and then we're saying, look at this game, it's too unique, we don't want to play it because it's too unique. Why didn't you make it a normal third action game or something like that? And this is the same thing is now happening with Sony. The same people who were telling us you don't speak against Sony is now saying, why are you speaking against Sony? Leave Sony alone. It's like, damn if you do, damn if you don't. And I'm going to add one more thing, and it's not amazing in a good way, but amazing in a scary way. How you could see humor change. How he went from wanting to buy 3 PlayStation 5 day one, slowly but surely it became 2. And then 1, and now he might not even buy a PlayStation 5 day 1. And if Sony keep going the route they are going with, they are going to be hit hard with sales numbers for the PlayStation, but also with the game. Look at a game like Death Stranding. Look what happened when you announced that game is going to PC. Let people stop supporting PlayStation for it and not waiting on the PC release. That's going to happen with every game that's going to be multiplied. And it's on Sony if that happens.
Listen, if shit like that happens, I'm going to get a hold of Yoshida and I'm gonna say, listen, what the hell? You all drinking too much sake out there? Knock it off and get back on track. I like sake myself, but I ain't gonna drink that much of it. Mess up. I like cooking with it too. I like cooking it and having it, shot here and there. But now, I mean, come on.
Do you have any idea who is to blame for all of this?
I know it's not Yoshida. I don't think it's Yoshida at all.
No, it's not Yoshida.
I think it's Slim Jim.
Slim Jim.
Either him, Ryan, or Herman Hope, or someone higher up than these two. You know what
It's
it could be?
possible.
You
Somebody
know what
higher up.
Yeah,
it could be? It could be investors in Sony who
that's true
is
too.
seeing.
I just said that because I think Yoshida's cool, and
Yeah, no, no. I
and
understand you
and
were making a joke.
actually, I think if he had the time for people like us that really gave a shit, if he had the time, he would actually sit down and if he could and go back and forth and say, well, what are your thoughts? I understand you're feeling this way. Why are you feeling this way? What's happening? What do you think is going to happen? Why don't you want the console? I think he would if he had the time. I think that's the type of person he is. I think he's a good
Yoshida is
person.
a very cool person.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, no, listen, I'd like to sit down with him, have a glass of sake, and say, Yoshida, please, what can you stop this from going on? Do you have any polls somewhere else?
Hold on, I'll speak
Talk
it
to the
in his language.
investors.
I'll speak it in his language. Be like, Yoshida-sama, mate kurasai.
Oh, I didn't know you spoke Japanese. I didn't know you spoke
Okay.
Japanese.
Yeah, Japanese, Spanish, and sign language.
Oh,
Nice.
shit.
There you
All right.
go.
Well, then you know what? I may need you to translate. So we got to get together and get Yoshida in a podcast or a thing, and you talk. You translate to him what I need to say.
Oh yeah, I got you.
I didn't know you spoke Japanese. Oh shit.
That's
Yeah.
cool, man.
Nice.
That's cool as hell, man.
Respect.
It's good. I got a question for you guys. Okay.
Go
You need to
ahead.
help me out. No, you need to help me out with this because I didn't see State of Play. Okay.
Oh,
I didn't. I didn't. I have a family member that's very sick, so
okay.
I've been, doing other things. So, can you guys tell me what I missed, please? And for those
Yeah.
out there, who didn't see it,
I call it
Okay.
what it was. Resident
Well, you-
Evil 3 remake. Ghost of Tsushima has been shown, but they're gonna show more at the Game Awards.
well, that's why I want to see that. I do want to see that, but they're going to show it to Game Awards. All right.
Dreams got a release date.
Babylon Fall. They showed gameplay for Babylon Fall. Looked amazing. It looked a little bit a mix of Dark Souls, Bloodborne mixed with Nier Automata in the sense of combat heavy.
Okay.
I love it. I can't wait. They showed Kingdom Hearts 3 DLC trailer, which is shown to be have
Wait, what they show?
Oh, DLC for
they
Kingdom
showed
Hearts.
Oh, I don't care about that.
DLC for Kingdom Hearts
Sorry.
3.
I don't
You
care
don't
about
care?
Kingdom Hearts. No,
Okay, my bad. I thought you did.
No,
I thought you did. My bad.
And then
not enough
Titanfall.
for me.
To cap it off, we got a little snippet of Ghost of Tsushima. It
Oh,
said to be continued at the Game Awards.
come on.
Oh, that's genius. I like that.
They
Because
teased-
it pushes you to watch the Gaming Award, where hopefully Death Stranding will win Game of the Year.
They should have shown a full trailer at the State of Play. What they should have done.
But did you see
They had
how
a meta
the
trailer
idiots,
for the Game Awards.
did you see how the idiots are being saying how Ghost of Tsushima is downgraded? It's like every single freaking game from Sony is downgraded. It's like they can't help themselves. They love taking L's.
They're stupid. They did the same thing, and people were talking shit about Death Stranding, and I don't care what anybody says. That game was that game wasn't. I mean, that game had you in your feels at times. It had you
Okay.
thinking. No, I'm gonna tell you. You guys are playing it, right?
Yeah, I'm
I'm
playing.
playing
I'm
it right now.
episode
So
3. I'm at the beginning of
Don't
episode 3.
spoil.
Made it
Don't
today.
spoil, please.
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm not gonna spoil it, but when you get to the end of the game, have a box of tissues because I know guys who let out some tears. Have a box
Yeah,
of
I
tissues.
heard the ending is motherfucker.
Yeah, it was. But the whole thing had you thinking, and you weren't sure what things meant. But that motherfucker was brilliant with this game. he had you as a male person delivering shit, but the messages throughout the whole game was crazy. Was crazy, and you think that people are like, oh well, the combat, it's just open this open. Trust me, there's a lot of fucking combat in that game when you get into it. Okay, it starts out a little bit this, a little bit that. Then you got the terrain to worry about. You got to worry about eating, taking care of BB. You got all this shit. All right.
Yep.
Taking care of your packages, picking up other people's packages, delivering that, doing this, doing that, and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? There's so much that's involved in this game, and if you get the message in the game, it was a true world message that half these motherfuckers in this world need to get. Okay, they really do. I'm not gonna say what it is because you guys are still playing. Because I want you.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna tell you.
I can say one thing. I can say one thing.
I did say it in the past, but you guys weren't around, so thank God. So don't go back and listen to the last ones I was talking about. All right, don't go there. But there's a lot of messages in this game about life and people. That's all I'm going to tell you. I want you just to pay attention. It's see, for some people they don't get it because they ain't got brains to think. All right, they don't have brains to think. But I want you guys. And you'll see what I'm saying. You'll be like, oh, shit, that's what he meant when he did that. Oh, shit, I didn't know what that. Oh, wow. The man was brilliant. Okay? And anybody said he not, y'all kiss my Irish fucking ass, all right? You can, because that man was brilliant.
What's your thought on the ending music? I know about the ending music being epic.
Oh, hold on 1 second. It does. 1 second. Craig, what question? What do you mean you got a Mass Effect question? You be quiet, Craig. Your ass ain't in here. If your ass ain't in here, you can't ask questions, all right? Your ass supposed to be here, so there you go. And you just don't want to join. You being lazy now. What's the matter? You trying to leave and go to the other side? Are you trying to go to the other side or something? You don't want to go stay on the side with the 100 people? What's happening, Craig? Come on. Anyway, Sickhumor, what's up?
Trek, yeah.
We got Sickhumor in the house.
Yes, he is. Welcome, Sick. So during my trek to where I'm in episode 3.
Yeah,
there are moments on the way there to get to episode 3, whereas out of nowhere the music plays, the soundtrack will play based on what you're doing.
Yeah.
And it melts me, man. I'm like, whoa.
It just feels so dope.
I'm just in the beginning of the game. It was.
I am at episode 3 as well. Welcome to the group.
Yeah, it makes you feel something too. You just traveling, the music just kicks in.
Yes.
I'm just gonna tell you, you guys will figure out the whole story when you get towards the end, and it's gonna be like, holy shit. And then that last, other parts got me throughout the game, but that last scene, girl had tears. I was like, oh, hell no. I was like, hell no. I don't know what's going to happen, but I wish they do a sequel to this shit and do something, and add a lot more components to it. I really do, because I love the game.
You know what?
I loved it.
I don't mean to change the subject, but
no, go ahead.
You know what? Have any of y'all ever seen an anime movie called A Wind Named Amnesia?
Amnesia?
Yeah,
no.
What you said? You said it's an anime game? I mean, an anime show?
It's a movie. They came out in the mid-90s.
No, I didn't see that one.
I haven't seen that.
Death Stranding, like the engine for Death Stranding and everything, can work perfectly for that game because it's basically. Oh snap! Michael Myers. But it works well because when Named Amnesia is basically like the same thing as Death Stranding, where they try and reconnect humanity. But what it is you got this wind that sweeps over this whole the whole planet, where it wipes away your memories, and it makes you primitive. It goes back to like everybody's being primitive, like cavemen and women. And there's one guy, he actually gets his memories back, so he learns how to drive and how to use a gun again and stuff, while getting chased by this giant robot that's trying to kill him, because he's now the the new hero to humanity to restore it. Oh snap! Michael Myers again.
Listen to this guy.
But yeah, but that's a game that I think could work with Death Stranding. As far as the gameplay and engine.
Can you DM me the name of the movie? I want to watch it, but I have bad hearing, so I didn't understand the name of the movie.
Amnesia.
Yeah, it's called A Wind Named Amnesia.
Yeah,
A Wind
Yeah.
Named Amnesia.
Okay.
But you see, now people don't get this. I hang out with people that keep it 100. Will call out shit that need to be called out, and are playing games as we podcast. You hear him screaming, "Oh shit, Michael Myers again! Oh shit, Michael Myers!"
It's jump scare Michael Myers. He got no terror radius, so I didn't even know he was behind me.
Did he? He didn't get you, right?
He got me on the hook.
He put your ass on the hook.
Yeah, because Steve gonna try to block the window from me.
Oh shit!
Come on, you handy quack, heal me.
What's up, voice legends and Lay? What's going on? Thank you guys for joining. All right, I wanted to ask you guys, is there any subjects that you guys, because like I said, I thought of the two basic things that I wanted to talk about, or three things, which is what also I missed, to play, because I didn't get a chance to check out things, like I said. I've been back and forth to the hospital, so
I got a short one. I have a short one.
No, go ahead. Go for it.
All right. But currently, as we speak right now, I just became aware of this. But all red boxes across the United States, you can no longer rent a game from them anymore. You can only buy a game from the machine that they have in there so they can clean house. So Redbox is getting out of the video game rental business as we speak.
It's moving out?
Yeah, I mean, no, they're still doing movies. They're not, you can't rent a game anymore.
Moving out the gaming business, right?
Oh, movies
We're moving out the game rental business. They're not renting no more games. Yeah. Now you can check it right now. Google your nearest Redbox, highlight game, see if you can rent it. You can buy it, but you're not going to be able to rent it.
Yep.
So they're more or less going to be cleaning out all their machines nationwide. They got close to 50,000 units across this country. So they are stepping away from renting video games.
Again, he chased somebody else.
So most of that might have came about because of PS Now and Game Pass and pending game streaming that's going forward. So it's actually, compared to a Redbox rental of a game, it's actually cheaper to stick with Game Pass, PS Now.
Yep.
So Redbox is going ahead and making that move now to sell all their games they have in those machines nationwide.
Yeah, because Redbox.
I just became aware of it.
Snappy Stevie.
Oh. But that's something that came about. I just found out, and everyone here, all you in chat, just pull up a Redbox and take a look. You'll see. You can buy the game from the machine, but you won't be able to rent any.
You know what's crazy? I was gonna say that's gonna bug Xbox people, the fanboys and shit. But now they got their Game Pass, they ain't even gonna bother them now.
Yeah.
That would have bothered them in the past. They'd go crazy because most of them used to go to Redbox, get the game, and give it back. You rent it, give it back. So, but I'm thinking when you were saying, I said, oh, that's gonna buy. I said, no, won't, because they're so into this stupid Game Pass shit. They ain't gonna bother them no more. They ain't gonna bother them no more.
And another change. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say it would probably won't be bad for them because the way Xbox is doing their streaming, not streaming, but the Game Pass shit, and other stuff. I'm sure they're going to lose it because, like I said, the Xbox people used to do that, so they probably saw a big drop in revenue once the Game Pass came out. They said, "Fuck it." They said, "Fuck it."
And then GameStop. During Black Friday, and I'm going through 3 different GameStops. But there's a change in so many stores. The 3 stores I've been in, when you walk in the door, you will see a TV and a console displayed, but you only see 2. You only see one for the Switch and one for the PS4. You don't have any Xbox attached to a TV in there. Inside the store itself, Nintendo's near the front, Sony's in the middle, Xbox is in the back. And this is the same for Cincinnati. So this is the same for 3 different GameStops that I went through during Black Friday. That's another change that's happening. So change is happening everywhere. Just got to be aware, focus, keep it gaming.
The one thing I will say, somebody brought up how nobody gets. I forget which one of you guys did it. How I think it was. I don't know about nobody gets on Nintendo's ass.
Yeah,
It was me.
I think it was both of you guys who said something about that. But anyway, one thing I don't get, and they don't get on them. Sony can have. Nintendo can have, come out with a different console, but have the same games from the last console on that console. So why would you need that console? Well, people still buy it. Okay? And they'll charge you, all right, they charge you $60 per game, or whatever. But wait a minute, but listen to this. As soon as the game gets like a year, 2 years old, 3 years old, you're paying more. The older the game is, the more you're going to pay. It's like they increase it like $5 per year or something. Like that, like they do it with life insurance. You get into a different age bracket, they jack it up. You know what I mean? It's the same thing with their games. They jack up the price. And
Nintendo really gets away with murder. Like no joke.
I don't get it. And yet people pick on Sony. Now, we don't pick on Sony. We call Sony out on what we don't like and the direction they're going and doing what they're doing, because we care about gaming staying alive. Okay? We care about what they do, the exclusives, the quality we get. If they go another route and starts putting too many games on other platforms, the quality, because like somebody said before, I think it was you, Cyber, they're gonna have to make it for 4 different ways. Oh, you scared the shit out of me.
I'm sorry. I got stuck on the wall.
What the hell's wrong with you, Ness? You just scared the hell out of me. You almost made me lose my train of thought. Like you were saying, Cyber, they got to make it for the PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo. That's that will dumb down the quality on the PlayStation. They're all going to be dumbed down qualities because they're not gonna. If they gotta make it, they gotta make because they're running on different consoles, so they're going to make it different. Either that, or you'll have a good quality on one, and the rest are going to be shit. Depending on, and you got to think of the developer too. What console do they favor? You may have people in there that favor one, so that platform is going to get the better quality. Everybody else is going to get shit.
And then you got to ask yourself: does Major League Baseball want MLB to show to be on Game Pass? That's another question.
Yeah, that's true. What's up? What's up, Brown Sugar Candy and Christopher Hart? What's going on? We appreciate you guys coming by. Do me a favor, hit that like button. We're doing this for you guys. Hit that like button. Show us some love, okay? Does anybody else want to bring up anything else? I mean, I'm trying to think. I had a lot of thoughts in my head, but like I said, the last couple of days has been crazy, and back and forth to the hospital, and I just haven't had time to think of everything. I just tried to get to the main shit, my timeline, and these jackasses, and picking on all my homies and me, and of course I'm gonna go after Sony for what they did. I mean I can't do that. I mean that's where I play. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna. Like I said, if Xbox came out with a good game, I get my shit for $1. If they had a good game that they're gonna put on there,
Steve.
What the hell? Wait, you crazy, Ness? You crazy? You keep doing that to me. What's wrong with you? Michael Myers, get his ass. You won't let me do my podcast. He's scaring me over here. And I ain't even playing the damn game. He's screaming like that. Wait, Ness, wait a minute. I got a question for you before I continue. I thought you were this macho guy. You acting like a bitch right about now. What's going on?
Yeah.
What was that?
Immersed. I'm still macho. I'm just immersed like a mother sucker. Come on, give me a piece. Yeah. Leave it alone, Michael.
The question, I can only assume most of you guys and girls own a PC, right? A big PC.
Me?
I don't. I don't have.
Oh,
you don't.
wait. I got something for Ness. You better stop acting that way and talk about being immersed. You're supposed to be, tough, right?
All right.
Wait, no. You gotta be careful. Your woman's in the chat, all right? If she in the chat, she can hear you acting a fool. Don't be embarrassing your girl now by screaming like a little bitch, all right?
I got video footage showing me being macho, so don't worry about that.
Listen, you're not gotta, the girls are gonna come here. You're not gotta stick up for them. Come on, we gotta stick together over here. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got many that come in here and stick together. So I gotta, listen, we gotta stick together over here. But you know what? Now you just made me lose my thought again of what I was saying. So you keep doing that. What's wrong with you?
Because the jump scare Myers here no terror radius.
No, I hope he get your put your ass in that hook again.
Right.
Put your ass on that hook. Because you made me lose my train of thought. I just had another topic and you just made it go right out my goddamn head. I told you, stop that.
They saved my life. I couldn't help it.
A question, and this is just from in my vision.
Go for it.
What will happen if we are not able to stop what's happening right now with Sony? If Sony legit go multiplat, put all their games on another platform.
Like I said, I think there's going to be
I go PC.
I think it's going to be a crash.
Yeah, I understand the point, the crash point, but from your perspective, would you then stop supporting Sony? Or would you play other games and not buy a PlayStation 5? Or would you move to a PC?
I don't think I would go to PC. I'm not big on PC gaming. I've played a couple times. Just not big on that.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I don't know what I do. I just know I don't want it to happen.
No, nobody here wanted it to happen.
I just know I don't want it to happen. I mean, my thing is that it would fuck with me when it comes to gaming, because then I don't think I'm going to get the quality and the best experience in the games that I'm getting now. And I think that would fuck with me to honestly maybe step back from gaming for a while until they fix the shit. And I hate to say that because I've been doing it since a kid. I mean, I have games here that I can play, go back and play, finish up. I do still have some backlog. I could do that for a while, but I don't want to see it go that way. I really don't. That would bother me a lot. That would bother me a lot.
Yeah, it really would bother me because, like I said, I've been rocking with Sony since the PS1. My favorite, one of my favorite of all time games is Chrono Cross. So seeing Sony go the route that Microsoft is going, if they do, it's gonna really bother me because I had a lot of memories from that. Like from Chrono Cross, it was a very monumental game for me. Final Fantasy X, especially. Spoilers: if you haven't played Final Fantasy X by now, then screw you. This is the spoiler up in there because the game has been over 10 years. Where you kill your Aeons and stuff and all of that. Act like that don't bother me, especially when I had to kill Bahamut and Ifrit. That killed me on that side. PS3, like I said, I always had history. Always something was monumental that I had. Microsoft has never done anything monumental to make me feel some type of way about gaming. They haven't done it. They haven't done it with like with Sega, Nintendo, Sony. None of that. So what Sony does, what Microsoft is doing, I have no problem canceling. I'll go right there to Nintendo because I'm a huge Zelda fan anyway. But so Nintendo, I mean, like I said, I meant to say Sony. If they really go about this kumbaya, especially when one of y'all brought up The Last of Us 2 with the multiplayer. If they happen to become a multiplayer as well, I'm done. I'm done.
You know what? Here's the question: Who, if Sony went down right now, went down this path and fuck shit up, who would take their place?
No one. No one.
Nobody.
No
Like,
one.
no one. Nintendo is doing their own thing. Xbox is the reason why Sony went this road. No one. You're expecting someone like Stadia take this place.
Oh,
Stadia is
please.
selling
That
Oh,
thing is a
Stadia is
piece of
selling a
shit.
game $10 more expensive than their competition. No one,
You know
because
what's
that's
crazy?
the
What's
thing.
crazy? Stadia wants you to pay how much for a game, and
$60.
you don't own it.
Yeah.
And you don't know.
And it's not even 4K. It's
It's
for example,
40p.
Final Fantasy 15. It's it's literally 1080p and running at 30 FPS for $60. Yeah, go ahead, buy that.
But guess
Yeah,
what
fuckers.
happens? They could take that off the shit anytime they want, and you don't have the game no
Yeah,
more.
yeah, yeah.
You
Fact.
can kiss my ass for that shit.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, I
Mine
think
too.
you know what I think they're doing, and some people fell for it. They're trying to get. I don't think they're going to be around long. They're trying to just get as much money as they fucking can, and say, okay, do like Xbox did. Fuck you.
Yeah, I have one last thing I want to
But
say,
no, go ahead.
and
Go ahead.
this is just me now trying to puzzle things together. Remember how not Jim Ryan, Sean Layden was quote unquote fired or let off? What if he was the entire time trying to prevent Death Stranding going to PC? Because I really believe this whole notion of problem started when Sony announced that not Sony, Kojima announced that Death Stranding is going to PC. Look, I have no issue with the game going to PC.
No,
Like,
you know what? Wait, you know why? I think it went to PC because Kojima kind of went out on his own,
Yeah.
and
yeah, I have
people.
no
No,
problem with that.
wait. Yeah, but people supported him also. On PC, so he made an
Yeah,
agreement just for the PC, so that he could run his audience. So that way, maybe he can make games for the PC, and make them happy, and then maybe he can make something with Sony. He had, he's on his own now, and for him doing this with Sony's backing on his own, the man was a fucking genius. So I think he deserves to be able to expand his audience as an individual and as a brilliant creator. I ain't mad about that. Okay, that's one isolated incident because I think that was his thing with Sony. Even, this is something
but
I'm going to want to do down the line because the PC people said they do support him.
I
So
am I am also not mad at it go to PC like legit, but I am confused why they announced that literally before release. It's like they shot themselves in the foot,
Yeah, they should have
and
waited.
yeah, they should have literally waited a month or two, even three, because look what Sony did and look at the price that Sony uh, paid.
all right,
Because that game didn't sell well and it's now
you gotta,
sitting at number 35 in the UK sales wise.
all right, but you got to realize one thing with Death Stranding too. It's a brand new game. Kojima's on his own. He wanted to expand his audience, okay? But that's not to say that he's not going to make exclusive games for Sony. It's not to say it. He's trying to expand his brand, and I can understand that since he's doing this on his own and just getting backing. Um, but that doesn't mean that doesn't say that he's not going to make exclusive games for Sony. Who knows? He may do that, capture the PC audience, and then say, okay, well, I got something special for you guys, but this is exclusive to PlayStation. But this could be yours. We don't know that. We don't know that. We got to see where Kojima is going with this.
Right, and it could be a unique situation like on Koei Tecmo when they make Neo when it was where it's console exclusive for PlayStation and it's on PC, and that's what Kojima probably is doing as well to to like you said further expand his studio and his business stuff and all, so that way he can make the games that he want and dedicate that to Sony and whoever user base and whoever. But
You
that's
know,
what they're doing. That's why I think that's what he's doing.
but you know
So
the other, wait, the other thing is too. You got to realize we may not also get another exclusive or an exclusive for PlayStation because look how much hate that Stranding got for no fucking reason.
Yeah, but
For no reason.
you did see they did eliminate a lot of those false reviews on Metacritic, even though I
yeah,
don't really care for it.
but
But I
look
just
how
thought that was
long.
something interesting to bring up though, is for in this podcast is how they removed a lot of those bad scores.
But
Oh,
they
good.
did that
Yeah, but it
they
was.
did
But
that
you know what the
with
thing is?
Astral.
The thing.
They did that with Astral Chain, and because it was fake reviews. Like literally, I read some of the reviews for Death Stranding. They're giving it the game a 0, a game that has 0 bugs, 0 lag, 0 microtransactions, 0 loot boxes, and you're going to give it a 1 and a 0. You're a fraud. And
But see,
my
that's the thing.
biggest
I think Kojima should go after them because they falsely did it to make and people don't want to buy it because dumbass people listen to those scores from these whack ass sites.
not only that, I need to bring this up. Did you hear what IGN did?
Oh yeah, when they didn't even finish the game, they actually got caught with their
Not
pants
only
pulled
that,
down.
not only that, they had a poll for the best game for IGN, and people were madly choosing Death Stranding to the point where
Oh, what are we talking about now?
Mugs from IGN had to actually start shitting on the people who are choosing Death Stranding. They were like saying like it's enough, people. If this game was not made by Kojima, you would have not given a fuck about it or anything like that, and something like that. To the point where they actually removed the poll because they didn't want the Stranding to win.
Yeah, I
Well, you
seen
know
that.
what?
That's how funny they are.
I hope one thing happens. I hope for all these motherfucking haters, all these people that put the goddamn game down for no reason, supposed critics who are supposed to finish a game and not finish it and judge it, take down, excuse me, take down polls when people are voting for it. Okay, IGN got caught with their pants down, like you said. I hope and I pray that game wins game of the goddamn year, so all them people take a big motherfucking L.
Fact,
I'm gonna
fact,
laugh hard in
fact.
their face.
What was that?
I'm
Somebody
gonna
was.
laugh hard at them.
You gonna laugh?
I'm gonna laugh hard. I'm gonna make a video and I'm gonna laugh
Listen,
hard.
I'm going to be online and we're gonna get all the homies together and we're gonna party online and laugh our asses off those motherfuckers.
I'm gonna become public enemy number one. How hard I'm gonna laugh at them.
I am too. I'm gonna get up there. I'm just gonna start laughing and laughing and laughing, and I'm just gonna make a video about laughing. I'm gonna say, Death Stranding was shit, right? I'm gonna say,
Right in my Michael Myers outfit too. I'm gonna be up there laughing.
Yeah, don't play Michael. Please don't play the game while you're laughing. You're screaming at the same time, and you get caught on the hook. Don't do that. Do it, but you're not doing it. But no, I'm gonna come up with some quotes like, "Oh, Death Stranding sucks, huh?" Death Stranding, whatever. I'm just gonna I'm gonna figure out some quotes that people are saying, and I'm just gonna keep saying it and just keep laughing afterwards. Say another one, keep laughing. That's all. Listen. That's all my stream is gonna be about. It may be a 5-minute stream, but I'm just gonna sit there and just make a quote, laugh my ass off. Make another quote, laugh my ass off. Make another quote, laugh my ass off, and that's all I'm gonna do.
I'm gonna do that Marshall Bill laugh. That's what I'm gonna do.
Do what?
Marshall Bill laugh. That's what I'm gonna do.
Now, have any of y'all played a game that you invested your time in, your heart, your soul, your controller, your fingers, your mind, your eyes, your ears, and then as you was approaching the end of said game, you kind of didn't want to finish the game because the ride would be over.
Oh, I
That happened to me with Horizon, Spider-Man, and Days Gone. And based on what y'all telling me about Death Stranding, oh man, I'm in trouble.
That's how I felt with Final Fantasy 15. I didn't want to beat it right off the bat.
Guys, give me 1 second and I'll let you go. Sick asked me a question. Sick, the awards are supposed to be on the 12th at 8:30. I think it's 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. Okay, just so you have it. But what were you saying, Ness?
I forgot.
Yeah, because you're running away from Michael Myers again.
I'm running from Amanda Young for Saw this time.
Ace, you were gonna say something. What were you saying?
Death Stranding is amazing. You really need to play it.
That's what I was telling people. They was like, well, and then I had people tell me, well, I don't like anything that has to do with reality. I play games to escape reality. A couple people.
Does.
But this game will immerse you so much. You are escaping reality, but you're getting a life lesson at the same time, which a lot of people need to get. Like I said, I'm not gonna tell you everything. I'm just telling you, because you guys are still early in the game. I want you to understand what I'm saying, and then when you finish the game, you come back to me and say, "Princess, you crazy. You were right. I had to get that tissue out. I had to do this, and now I figured out what he was saying, and I knew what he was figuring out. I knew what he was saying. All right, I knew what he was getting at. Okay,
the game is addicting. It's legit. The game,
yeah, because you want to know what happened. Because you want it. Every time something goes on, you're like, okay, I got to see what's going to happen when I go here. Then you go there, and somebody else says something. You're like, oh shit. All right, let me find out what they're talking about, and go over there. And then you go over there, and you're like, shit, god damn it, why can't this be boring? Because I really want to stop right now. I'm tired. But then you go wherever they tell you to go, and you keep on going with it. People don't get that. Yeah, the first, and even in the beginning, it seemed like it wasn't gonna be nothing. But wait until the first BT comes after your ass. Wait until that first BT comes after your ass.
I read that the game starts slow. It never starts slow for me because the game was already immersive.
You know why?
You know why people say that? I don't understand people. But I really don't.
You know why? Because people want something that's so simplistic that they don't have to think. And this game makes you think.
Yeah, it makes you think.
And it makes you figure out, and you're like, man, this story is so. I'm really good at seeing things and knowing what's going to happen sometimes, right? And I'm like, oh man, it's the same shit. God damn, watch, this is going to happen. Same thing in the movie. I'll be like, all right, I'll see this. I'm like, all right, don't do that because this is going to happen. It happens. I can't stand when I can predict something. When I can't, I get so fucking immersed in that shit because I'm like, now I want to know. What are you talking? What are you doing? What's happening? You know, who is BB? You know, who is this? Who's that? What's going on? I want to. Shit, yeah, man. I'm telling you. And the way you are, Ness, get that tissue box. Get that tissue box. At the end, get the tissue box. I'm just gonna tell you. Just have it by you. Have your girl bring you. Have your girl buy you a tissue box. And say, here, little wimp, go ahead, cry. Let me stop.
But he's acting like a little bitch.
Okay.
You know I'm messing with you, Ness.
Damn if you do, damn if you don't.
What's up?
Damn if you do, damn if you don't. If you don't act like a macho.
Yeah, it's all right. Go ahead. I was about to finish spot the Titanfall and be like, yeah, I can be all that, but I can still put some heads to bed.
There you go. Go.
Listen, I know that. Ness, listen. You're part of the homie group. You know what I'm saying? You're part of the squad. And listen, we all ream each other and it's all fun. That's all it is. Yeah. It's all it is. Yeah. We have fun, we enjoy ourselves, and we don't take nothing to heart.
Absolutely. That's what I like about it.
You got to hear King Thrash. He calling me Titanfall Princess Head. What did he call me? Titanfall Princess Head, nigga something, and I'm like, what? He calls me all kinds of names. And I go, just what I do? I'll get on when he's talking that shit. I get on. I say, oh, okay, what'd you say? He said, I didn't say nothing. I said, I heard you. And then he'll tell me it was Fatal. And I said, listen, I know when Fatal, that's not Fatal talking. I know how Fatal talk.
Right.
And then Fatal goes, oh, thank you, Princess.
Right.
No, actually, thank you, Titan, because he calls me Titan. Yeah, thank you, Titan. And I said, don't even go there. And I said, you need to stop with your. And I said, you think. And I said, what are you, king? You king trash because you talk all that trash. Yeah, we joke around like that. We laugh. It ain't no harm. It's all fun, and that's what this community should be about.
Right.
Get it with a group of people. You could bust each other's chop. Nobody gets mad. Nobody gets angry. We just go back and forth because we know it's all exactly. It's all love in the gaming community. Exactly. And people don't get that. And people are jealous of that. That's what I was talking about in the beginning, too. People are jealous of that because they can't have that with people because they don't know how to be real. If you are keeping it 100%, keeping it real, you can find that in the gaming community. Oh, yeah. But since you don't, you're never going to find it. You'll be bouncing from place to place, trying to fit in and being jealous of people who got it. Be jealous all you want. Be jealous all you want.
And people look at that sideways, feel like, all right, what's the common denominator on why this person can't find a solid group, because also they'll be part of the problem as well.
Hello?
They got quiet. Yeah.
No, I'm here. No, I'm here. I was listening.
We're listening to talk.
Unfortunately, I got a stuffy nose. I had to, blow my nose. I wasn't going to do it on air. I mean, it's nasty. Come on, guys. But no, I was saying, I was telling Sick months ago, right? When he was doing his thing, I said, by the end of the year, you're going to have over 500 viewers, and he's there. He's there.
Good. He deserves it.
He does deserve it.
Absolutely.
I support anybody that's gonna do right for the community. Let's put it that way. If you're gonna do right for the gaming community and do right podcasting to keep the good people alive, then you know what? You got my support. But if you're gonna act like a jackass and all I gotta hear from you is bitching and moaning about somebody else, okay, that I'm cool with or whatever, and talking how they did this or they did that, or saying I have no problem with them, I don't have no beef with them, but you keep referencing them all the time. I don't need your ass. If you're a subscriber, please unsub. I don't need that type of support. And don't come to my timeline no more. I'm not going to have that. I'm going to have somebody that will support me for a while come and talking this shit, and I'm like, fuck you. I don't need your shit. I don't need it. You're not going to keep coming to my timeline and talking about people that I'm cool with, or throwing hands and saying, "Oh no, I ain't had no beef." Acting like a retard. I ain't no beef. I ain't had no problem with them. But you see, change, princess. You change. Oh my God, princess, you change. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Get on my timeline.
But they'll tell me like, "Oh, you being toxic." I'm like, hey, I ain't being no dog toxic. I just don't. I'm like, I don't care. I'm gonna speak my mind and stuff and all. We got a problem, stuff and all that. Then you know what? Tough breast this is. I'm sorry.
But you get my point. But you get my point. I get tired, and that's the way when they write and they talk. The voices that I say or the way I whine, it's exactly how their words come out to me when I'm reading it. It's like I can hear them going, acting retarded. I could hear it. And it's like, what the hell? You people are supposed to be grown. Half these people that talk to me most of them are 30 and above, okay? And you coming to me whining like a bitch? Come on. You whine more than a fucking female does.
And I had somebody up there try to clown me for my age. I did not know 31 was old, like call me grandpa. I'm like, really? You got to be really retarded.
That's what I'm saying. But you get some kids in there who their parents don't regulate shit and just allow them to get on there and talk shit, which I think is wrong. But, I ain't nobody's parents, so I ain't going to tell them what to do. You'll find out when your kid gets older and does some dumbass shit and you got to go bail them out. Then you'll understand. Okay, then you guys say, Oh, well, I did everything I could. No, you didn't. First of all, you let them get on the internet and learn dumbass shit. You let them be on social media and doing dumbass shit. So it is your fault. So, but that's a whole nother topic we get into. We don't need to go there. We don't need to
Yeah,
go
that's
there
cool.
because
Yeah.
I could say some crazy ass shit about that, and I don't even want to go there. I ain't in the mood to school no parents right about now. I'm really not. I'm really not. I'm not about to school no parents right now. But anyway, I think we covered everything for right now. I think it was a good show. We're gonna do our outros, and
Alrighty.
you guys don't go nowhere because I got something to say to you know, you people in the chat. So don't go nowhere until I do my outro. All right? Don't be
With your
skipping
voice.
out. And if you're gonna skip out, you better smack that like button, all right? Because we gave a good show tonight. All right, but let's do our outros. Ace, go ahead.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. I'm Ace. You can find me at Carava_Jab. Shout out to the panel and hit the like button.
That's it.
Okay, this is Cyber Dragon about to sign off here. Currently, I've been streaming Concrete Genie and Death Stranding. I'd like to thank you for coming through tonight. Shout out to the panel. Shout out to the mods. Shout out to the chat.
All right, before all right, Ness, you can't go yet because we got Persona who popped in late, and we got Spartan God who popped in late right when I'm ready to do my outros. What's wrong with you two? Come on now. I thought
What's up,
y'all
Persona?
no, I gotta tell him this. I thought y'all love me. What's going
Yeah,
on?
what up with
Y'all play like that.
What up with that?
Yeah, you get them. Let's do your outro and get them. Go ahead.
Yo, what is up, everybody? You know, it's your boy Nestor Game. I appreciate you guys coming through rocking with us. I appreciate Titanfall Princess for having us on here. Also, special shout out to Brown Sugar Candy. You know, that's the queen right there. But yeah, I appreciate you guys rocking out with us, listening to what we had to say. And can't wait to, you know, kick it with you guys again.
Oh, you know that's definite, okay? But I'm gonna tell you, don't act like a bitch again when girls in the chat. Don't disrespect the girl, all right? Anyway, let me stop. No, because that game will give you jump scares. I'm sorry, but that game will. So I can't really. I just had to bust his chops. But anyway, y'all know who this is. This is the girl, the Titanfall princess, who keeps it 100 all the time, and who only hangs with the people who keep it 100, the homies, the squad. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to smack that like button. You know why? Because you all love me. And you know what else? You all love the squad. So let's hit that like button for everybody on the squad, all right? Do that for me, all right? And do it for the squad. I'm out of here. We'll see you next time.
Later.
Take care, everybody.
Later. Yasamina Sai.